Hello students and welcome to the class of Economics. Myself Mrs. Hansa Pawar from New Catholic Mission School Jhabua, and I will be teaching you 11th class Economics as per NCERT syllabus. Okay, so first of all I wanted to welcome you all that you all have passed 10th class exams, and if you have chosen commerce as a subject, so it's very good, nice subject. So today we will start with our first video of 11th Economics. But before that, I just wanted to give you some information related to the book which we are going on. That means the book which we will study, that is based on NCERT syllabus only. You can have some reference books which are available in the market, but strictly we will move with the NCERT syllabus only. And in economics you have two portions, that is two parts, and these are statistics and economics, that is microeconomics. Okay, so as far as economic is concerned, I will be teaching you. Okay, so it is microeconomics, the book which we are going to study, and this is actually your portion or course according to the syllabus of NCERT. That is theory you will have 80 marks, that means your final exam paper will be contributed of 80 marks, in which 40 marks for statistics, 40 marks for microeconomics, and for 20 marks you will have a project work. Okay, so the exam pattern will be like this. Your first part, that is statistics for economics, in which you can see that you have 4 units and chapters, and these are the topics which are being deleted by the CBSE board. As you all know, because of this corona pandemic, because schools are not opening, so CBSE board has decided a very good decision that they have reduced 30% of syllabus. So these are the deleted portion for statistics and economics. As far as economics is concerned, this is part B, introduction to microeconomics, and these are the 4 units in which you will have certain chapters. These are the marks will be contributed for each and every unit, and these are the portions which have been deleted from your course. Of course you will get this in your books because the publication is old, still new publication is not available in the market. So you will definitely get these deleted topics, but we will not study this because the board has eliminated or deleted this portion. Okay, so and one more thing, that you can get all this syllabus whichever I am showing you in the form of PDF, and where at our school WhatsApp group. Okay, so you can make available from there. Now without wasting our time, we will start with the first chapter of economics, that is introduction to microeconomics, and these are the contents which we are going to study in this video, that is meaning of economics and scarcity, positive and normative economics, micro and macroeconomics, and economic problems. So starting with our first topic, that is meaning of an economy. Many times you have heard this word economy. There are American economy, Indian economy, Australian economy, many kinds. Each and every country has its own economy. Now what is economy? Every time we listen this word. So an economy is a system, it's actually a system which provides people the means to work, or which enables the people to earn their living. That means what is economy? It is a kind of system which is providing us a means to earn our living. Okay, and institutions such as hotels, hospitals, schools, colleges, shops, offices, mines, railways, flyover, everywhere, each and every sector, each and every offices, shops, business, profession, employment, everywhere. These all fields where a person or an individual or people are getting chance to earn their living. Okay, they are getting job or services there, and they get a chance and opportunity to earn their living, to get salary, to get wages, and this all. Okay, so this is a system of economy where we are, it is enabling people to earn, an income, that is in the form of salary or wages, and at the same time it also helps to produce goods and services to fulfill the needs of the people. That means economy is actually a system, okay, which is based on 2 aspects. And what are the 2 aspects? First, it gives the chance or opportunity to the people who are living in that country, a chance to earn their living, and with that along with that, it is also providing the goods and services, that is, it helps the economy or it helps the people to produce goods and services. Production of goods, that is products, all kind of consumer and capital goods, and services. When we say production of services, definitely you will get how services can be produced. Of course it can be produced in the form of various services, in the form of or in the tertiary sector or service sector like banking, insurance, transportation, communication. Okay, all these are kind of services. So it helps in two-way economy, enable people to earn their living and for the production of goods and services. So for this it makes use of the available resources. That means economy needs the resources for the production of goods and services. Of course they need the resources, and from where the economy or country is getting the resources? From the country only, from us also. Okay. So to produce goods and services. So production of goods is done in agriculture also, industrial sector also, whereas production of services can be done in the tertiary sector. Of course you did this in social studies, primary sector, secondary sector and tertiary sector, that is service sector. Like transportation, banking, communication, these are called services. Okay, so production of goods as well as services could be done. So accordingly we can say that economy of any country is a system by which people of that area, of that country gets a chance to earn their living, and for this every economy undertakes various economic activities, that is for the purpose to give the chance to the people of that area to earn their living. Actually this country or economy undertakes various economic activities. Economic activities means which are done to earn profit or income. So these economic activities are production, consumption and investment, or we can call it capital formation. When we say production means production of goods and services, where we produce goods, that is products and services. Consumption means as a consumer, if I am consuming or using certain services or goods, that is consumption. Okay. When we say investment, that is capital formation. As a businessman or as a person, if I wanted to invest, if I need to put certain amount of money or capital to certain business, to certain for the productive activities or for any economic activities. Say for example, if I wanted to invest capital for my shop, for opening my shop, for starting my business, that is investment. Investment you can do anywhere. Okay. So these are the economic activities which is being done in the economy. Now meaning of economics. Of course economy and economics both are different. Okay. Of course they are related to. Now after meaning of an economy we will do meaning of economics. Economics is that branch of knowledge, okay, which studies the economic behavior of all human beings. That means it is a kind of knowledge which is studying the behavior of human beings, and that too economic behavior of human beings. Okay, how human beings behave in terms of earning, in terms of getting the salary, wages, in terms of wealth. So human wants are unlimited, as we all know that our wants are never ending. It is unlimited in nature, but the means, that is the resources to satisfy them are very limited. That means the means, or we can call it money also, to use this or to get these resources to satisfy ourselves, these resources are scarce. When we say scarce means there is a shortage of these resources. The means are called as wealth. When every time we will use the word, the means to satisfy them are limited or scarce. So what are these means? This means is actually wealth. Okay. So we require wealth, we require money to satisfy our needs. Suppose for example, if I need to purchase a packet of biscuit, okay, or a chocolate, I need to have money with me, available with me, then only I can purchase the things. Okay. So we require wealth, that is a means to satisfy our needs, but this means or this wealth is limited. Each household likes to utilize their wealth. That means each and every household likes to utilize or use this wealth in such a way so that they can satisfy most of their wants. That means they can satisfy everybody, I, you all. We all wanted to satisfy our maximum needs with the minimum amount of means or wealth. That means if I have 10 rupees in my hand, I should know, or I wanted that I should purchase most of the goods from that 10 rupees. Okay. But sometimes it's possible, sometimes it is not. So every time we can see that all the needs of people cannot be satisfied. Why? Because the resources are very scarce. So economics, we can say, is a science of human behavior concerned with the allocation of scarce means. Allocate means to collect, to acquire. Allocation of scarce means to find out these scarce means in such a manner that consumers can maximize their satisfaction. That means we wanted to allocate or get these resources and utilize these resources, that is wealth, money, in such a way that we can maximize our satisfaction. Producers can maximize their profit. That means as far as producers is concerned, they wanted to maximize their profit, consumer wanted to maximize their satisfaction, and the society can maximize its social welfare. So each and every person, whether it be producer, consumer, or if it is society, everybody wanted to maximize their satisfaction in terms of social welfare, in terms of profit, in terms of the psychological satisfaction. So this is all about economics, that it is a branch of knowledge which studies the economic behavior of human beings, how human beings use the wealth to maximize its satisfaction when the resources are having shortage or resources are scarce. Now, like we are studying economics, we have a question that why we are studying economics, what is the need? Okay, so here I will tell you that why we are studying economics, or what is the need of studying economics. We study economics because it enables us to understand different aspects of the economy. That means in an economy there are different aspects. It is agriculture sector, industrial sector, tertiary sector, so many other departments, offices, divisions, everywhere. So we need to understand each and every aspect. To understand each and every aspect, to understand the economic behavior of human beings, all human beings, we need to study economics. So the main reason to study economics is scarcity. Like if I said that we need to know, or we need to understand the economic behavior of human beings. And what is the economic behavior of human beings? That he needs to satisfy maximum needs out of limited resources. He knows that resources are scarce, it is limited, but his wants are unlimited. So how we adjust with that? So we need to study this through economics only. So we will study scarcity through economics. General meaning of scarcity can be shortage of resources. In English, if we say scarcity means shortage of any resources. As human beings, our needs and wants are unlimited, that is never ending, okay, in nature, but the resources needs to fulfill these needs are very limited in nature, or they are scarce because population is increasing, maximum population which is depending on certain resources, and these resources are limited in nature. Scarcity refers to limitation of supply, or if in economics term we will say, or we will define scarcity. So it is limitation of supply in relation to its demand. That means whatever demand for a commodity which emerges or which comes or which is having, according to that demand the supply is short or supply is very limited. Say for example demand is of 50 units whereas supply is only 40 units. So we can say as according to the demand or in comparison to the demand, supply is limited in relation to demand for that commodity. Commodity here means goods. Any kind of goods can be called as commodities. Scarcity is a universal problem, and we all know that we all are dealing with the same thing, that means are limited but we have unlimited wants. Okay. So all of us, we all, it's an universal problem which is prevalent everywhere, and we all are dealing with this in day-to-day life. Therefore we need to make a choice. Now what we can do? Wants are unlimited, resources are limited, and we need to satisfy maximum our needs or wants. So what can we do? We can have a choice. That means the best alternative is to make a choice. When we say choice means, choice emerges when limited resources are to be used for the satisfaction of unlimited wants. That means my wants are unlimited but I have limited amount of money or limited means available with me. What can I do? I can have a choice that I wanted to purchase which goods and I don't want to purchase this particular good. So I can skip that. Okay. Thus scarcity causes choice. That means because of scarcity, choice emerges. Choice implies decision making. When we say choice, it is actually a process of decision making. When we need to decide, like you have decided for taking commerce as a main subject. Okay. So you have various alternatives available. That is, you can have PCM, you can have PCB, you can have bio or maths, or you can have a commerce or humanities. Now out of these 4 streams you have chosen commerce. So this was a choice. Okay. So choice implies decision making. Decision making relates to usage of limited, and what is there in decision making or making choice? It implies or it relates to usage of or use of limited resources in a manner that a consumer can maximize his satisfaction. That means out of the resources which are limited, we need to make a proper choice so that we can maximize our satisfaction. Producer can maximize his profit and society can maximize its social welfare. Now our next topic is, I hope you understood the concept or base of economy and difference between economics. Okay, now moving to another topic, that is positive and normative economics. Positives mean something which is positive. Normative means, as the root word is norms. Norms means N-O-R-M-S, norms. It means some rules and regulations. So there are 2 kinds of economics. Meaning of positive economics first. Positive economics deals with economic issues. That means it is actually dealing with all kind of economic issues in a country or economic behavior related to past, present and future. It deals with such economic situations which can be studied. That means positive economics is a kind of study which we are going through or which we study just to deal with various aspects of the economy or various economic issues related to past, present and would be future. So which can be studied by using facts and figures, and all this positive economics or all these studies which we are dealing with, we are going through or we are studying various facts and figures, then only we come to conclusion. Like for example, on the eve of, this is an example only, okay. On the eve of independence, poverty in India affected larger percentage of population than now. That means this is one of the kind of statement, okay, or an observation by anyone, okay. So it said that the poverty in India was affected as in larger percentage than now. That means in present time. Now this observation is something about past, okay. Now present, 22% of population in India is absolutely poor or BPL, that is below poverty line. This is the observation which is made by certain person or certain economics in present time, past and this present, okay. Of course it's an observation only of present. Then future, if population continues to grow at the existing rate, that means we are assuming that if in the same way population is keep on increasing in future till 2022 or 2021 or something, then what will happen? It will exceed 22% in the year 2021, which is an observation related to future. Now 3 aspects about poverty, we have taken the past, observation of past, observation of present and observation of the future, which is uncertain, okay. So when we compare this thing which we can study with the help of positive economics. Okay. So various kinds of economic issues which are economists and the people who are there in administration, they are going to look after that. It's not our matter. They need to look after all these economic issues in any country through the study of positive economics. So all these observations or statements are elements of positive economics, as these observations highlight the state of poverty. State means condition of poverty, okay. The meaning of state is condition of poverty in the past, in the present and in the future. Thus, positive economics deals with what was, what is and what would be, that is future. So we can have a deal or we can study this with the help of positive economics. Now moving to next, that is normative economics. As I said, normative, norms means rules and regulations. So normative economics is the economics of what ought to be, okay, what can be or what ought to be. It deals with opinions basically. Basically this kind of normative economics, it is only dealing with opinions, ideas, okay, of the economist. That is, there are various economists who are actually laying or dealing with certain or giving certain ideas about future. So what ought to be related to economic issues of any country or economic problems of any country, okay. Different economists may offer different opinions. That means there are various economists or scholars who are giving various opinions. Their opinions differ on the solution to an economic problem. Now opinions which involve value judgment, that means each and every economist or scholars are giving their opinions, which is something related to their psychological state, how they look on certain things, okay, their vision, their observations, everything. So it differs from each other. And like Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, Manrega, okay. So this is just an example, okay, which I am giving you, will one day bring an end to the problem of unemployment in the country. That means one economist, any economist who gave an idea that one day it will end to the problem of unemployment in the country according to him, okay. Then second economist who said it's just a program of financial aid, aid means help, financial help to the unemployed people in rural India. That means one of the economists is of the opinion that it is just a financial help which is provided by the government to the people who are living in rural area, that is for the upliftment of rural area. This is actually a financial help. This is the second opinion. Now the third economist he said that it uses taxpayers' money. That means whatever tax which the people of the nation is providing to the government, it is using that taxpayers' money and should therefore be stopped. That means he has got a negative influence about this particular, negative opinion about this particular policy. So three economists, everybody has their own opinion, has their own vision, has their own statement. Now this Manrega should not be pursued unless it ensures assets creation in the economy. According to the third economy, he said unless until it is not creating assets, it should be continued. If it is not creating any assets or creation of wealth, if it is not involved in that, it should be stopped according to him. So there are three economists, all of them have laid their own ideas. So all these statements are elements of normative economics, are the statements or the opinions or examples of normative economics, and these are merely opinions. As I said earlier, these are merely opinion, it's not a fact, okay, merely opinion. These statements are not verifiable at all. Of course, it is based on some facts and figures which is laid by them only, so it is not verifiable at all. This is normative economics. Now moving to the next topic, that is micro and macroeconomics. I hope you have heard this word micro and macro. Micro means small, macro means large, okay, general meaning in English. When we say meaning of microeconomics, the term micro in English language has its origin from the Greek word, that is mikros, M-I-K-R-O-S, which means small, okay, it means actually very small. It studies the economic activities of all the individual. As I said, micro means small, so it studies the economic behavior. We have discussed this in the meaning of economics also, that economics is a kind of study which is dealing with the economic behavior. It studies the economic behavior of human beings. So microeconomics, it studies the economic activities of all individual unit. It can be individual household, it can be individual firm, it can be individual industry or market or any place, okay. So everything, it is dealing with individual person, okay, or small unit, that is microeconomics. Now meaning of macroeconomics. Macro, of course, it means large, okay, bigger than that. The term macro in English language has its origin in the Greek word, that is macros, M-A-K-R-O-S, which means large. It studies economic activities related to economy as a whole. It is not studying individual unit, it is studying economy as a whole, okay, a larger portion, a larger population it is covering. So like aggregates, aggregate means a large, a group, okay, a bunch. So it is dealing with aggregate demand, aggregate supply, okay, and of all goods and services in the economy, and it can be other other units also of all the aggregate things. Now the difference between micro and macro, just now we have finished the definitions or the meaning of micro and macro. Now going with the differences, so here you can see these are basis of difference, microeconomics and macroeconomics. When we say meaning, microeconomics is that part of economic theory which studies the behavior of all the individual units of an economy. It is going on, or it is studying only individual or single unit of an economy. That is why we say micro, small economics, okay. Macroeconomics, which is dealing with or studies the behavior of aggregate of the economy. Aggregate means a large bunch, group, as a whole, everybody's, okay. Tools which are used here, demand and supply is used for studying microeconomics, whereas here it is aggregate demand and aggregate supply. See, every time in macroeconomics you will hear this word aggregate, okay. It is actually constituting a larger part as a whole, that is why we use this word aggregate. Now basic objective or aim of studying microeconomics, it aims to determine the price of the commodities or factors of production. That means it is dealing actually with the price of the commodity or factors of production. What are factors of production? It can be the factors which we are using or resources which we are using for the purpose of production. It can be land, labor, capital, etc. Okay. And here macroeconomics, it aims to determine income and employment. That means its main aim is to just deal with the income of the economy as a whole and employment of the economy as whole, okay. To study income and employment approach, we study macroeconomics. To study the price and factors of production, we study microeconomics. Now basic assumptions, when we say assumptions means whatever we are assuming, okay, there is no certainty to it, but we just assume this. It assumes all the macro variables to be constant. That means if it is micro, it assumes that all macro variables should be constant. If it is macroeconomics, it assumes that all micro variables must be constant. Now last is examples. In microeconomics, it is individual income or individual output, whereas in macroeconomics, it can be national income because it is studying aggregate as a whole. So it can be national income or national output. Okay, now the next slide, that is economic problem, okay. What is actually, we have studied meaning of economy, economics, positive and normative economics, micro and macroeconomics, meaning and differences. Now economic problems, as we have discussed earlier, what are the economic problems? So wants, if we say, of human beings, that is unlimited in nature, okay. We have variety of needs and unlimited and never ending, but the means to satisfy these wants are scarce and very limited, okay. Therefore, all of our wants cannot be fulfilled. That means it is not possible for the economy to fulfill each and every person's need, not possible at all, and it is not possible for us also to fulfill all our needs, okay, because the means to satisfy the needs are limited. So it is even possible for the economy to produce everything for each individual. That is, it is not at all possible for the economy also to produce the maximum products for satisfying the needs of everyone, everything for each individual, because resources are very scarce. So it is not possible for us to satisfy all our needs. It is not possible for even the economy to satisfy all the needs of everyone. So it becomes necessary for every economy to make choices, as we have discussed earlier also in scarcity. So it is very important for all of us to decide that what should be chosen, okay. We need to make choice, we need to make decisions regarding which product we need to have, okay. So it is actually an economy has to think of to make choice regarding the efficient use of the available resources of the economy. It can be land, labor, capital, etc. So the resources, whatever is available in an economy, it is the economy who will decide that how to utilize or use these resources for maximizing the satisfaction of all the people, to satisfy everyone's needs. So here economy need to make a choice. So economic problem is actually a problem of making choice basically. When we say the country is facing economic problem, what is the economic problem? It is just a problem of making choice, which to take and which to left, okay, which involves satisfaction of unlimited. And when we are choosing or when we are making decisions regarding choice or regarding making choice, we want to assure ourselves that we should be satisfied, okay. So it is regarding satisfaction of unlimited wants out of limited or scarce resources having alternate use. Now this word is something, alternative uses, that means if I am here, okay, I want to satisfy my maximum want, but what I know is the means to satisfy my need is limited, that is I have less amount of money available with me and I need to satisfy my maximum all the needs, okay, and these all resources which I am utilizing, it can have an alternate use. It can have alternate means it has many uses. So I will decide how I will use or for which purpose I will use this particular resources which can maximize my satisfaction. Now what are the reasons? There must be certain reason or causes of, if some problem is there, like economic problem is there, so there must be certain causes or reasons responsible for this economic problem. The first reason is unlimited wants. That means, as I said, all human beings, our wants are unlimited in nature, never ending, and they cannot be fully satisfied also. That is also fact. It is never ending in nature, our wants, and it cannot be fully satisfied. As soon as one want is satisfied, like we human beings, I want something, I want this, I want that, as one want is satisfied, another want emerges, okay. Like a few years back, if we see, like you all, if we see that there was hardly any demand for laptops, cell phones and all such things, but now in the present time we can have an increase in demand in such things, that is demand for laptops, mobile phones, costly cars, okay, luxurious products, fashionable clothes, etc. But in the present time, demand for these goods are increasing day by day. Actually it is multiplying, okay. Few years back it was not so, the condition was not so, but in this passage of time our wants and demands are multiplying, it is increasing day by day. So this is one of the reason or causes of the economic problem, unlimited wants. Second is limited or scarce resource. This is also one of the cause. We have unlimited wants, but resources are limited or scarce. Most of the resources like land, labor, capital, etc. are limited in relation to their demand. That means, as I said, population is keep on increasing, our demand is also increasing, but the resources from where we can get these products or this commodity to satisfy our needs, these resources are scarce. It is not increasing, land is not increasing, okay. So these resources are limited in nature, but our wants are multiplying day by day. So in relation to their demand, that is supply is not there but demand is increasing. Economy cannot produce everything as the wants of the people, and it is not possible for the economy to produce each and every goods and services according to the needs of each and every people. Economy cannot satisfy all, okay. This was the second reason. Now third is alternative uses. Alternatives means many uses, okay. Like a piece of paper we can use it for many purposes, okay. Like milk, which it's a commodity, we can use it for various purposes, to prepare sweets, to drink as it is, to prepare cheese, butter and so on, okay. So it has alternate use. So each and every commodity or resource can have alternative uses. Another cause of economic problem is that the limited resources have alternate uses. Now it is we who will decide that where I need to use this resources. Since resources are limited, all wants cannot be fully satisfied. We can satisfy only few wants because resources are limited. It leads to making of choices between the alternate uses of the given resources. For example, petrol, okay. Petrol has various or alternative uses. You can use it as a fuel in your vehicle and you can run or you can start your vehicle, or which is a scarce, of course one more thing, petrol is a scarce resources which we can use as a fuel in your vehicle or for running machines, for running generators and it can have many other uses. Now it is we who will decide, because the resource is petrol is very scarce, shortage is there. So where we need to use it, which is the most important, or for which purpose we can give the priority. So according to our priority, according to the importance of that use, we will use petrol. Same way it applies to other products also. So these are the economic causes of economic problems. So I hope students, this was the first video. If you have any doubts, if you have any problem related to this video, you can contact me personally and can ask me. Do not worry, economics is not very difficult, it's of course easy subject, but you need to keep on studying, okay. So see all these videos, this was the first, second one again I will come. So go through all the videos properly, any doubts you can ask me, and all these notes are available in your school WhatsApp group. So it's time to wind up the class. Thank you.